Hello, this is
Hello.
Sandy.
And this is Trina. Hello.
Welcome. We know that we have something really good to give you today. And
Yes.
so we're going to just dive right on in. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Well, we've been gone for a little while, maybe not very long, but um, Sandy and I, we've always started off this way saying that we had some discussions about different things. And one of the conversations that came up to us was about relationships. And then the conversation just evolved to about, just how we look at life and how we look at our relationships. And so we start doing a comparison of when you first get hired in a job. And so that job will hire you for a service. The job has a salary set, and so then you get that job, and then they will also explain to you, in addition for the payment for your services, we have what we call a benefits package. And the package might, depending on what job you take, it might have a grandiose amount of different benefits that would come with your job hiring, set aside from the money and the services that you're being paid for.
For example, like stock, medical pay, various of things.
Yeah, vision, right? So it just depends on who you're going to work for. And so we kept talking about it, and it was like, you can compare that to life
Mm-hmm.
and the relationships that you have, especially if you just looked at, all right, so I'm going to consider myself as, the same as the hire. So it's me. I'm hired, and it's what am I going to do or have that might enhance this life I
I
have.
like that. I like that.
So, just I'm enhancing it by
Mm-hmm.
creating a benefit package.
Well, Trina, why don't you give us an example of what does that even mean?
It just means that I might have a relationship with you, and I decide that, then this relationship that I have with you, Sandy, we're friends, and I'm going to pour into your life. And pouring into your life might be somebody that might be dependable for you.
Mm.
I might come whenever you call. I might be there to help you navigate through some things, including an experience of a loss. I might be the person you call just to vent, just to talk to, just to have me listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
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 we're creating the benefit
absolutely,
package with
absolutely.
each relationship that we have. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
So some, like any job, the for McDonald's, they may have that you can eat free, and then if you work for Charles Schwab, you might have stock options. You might have all of the
Mm.
global things that come with a huge benefit packet. But that same thing would apply in a benefit packet for your life, right? So you look at how you create it, how you pour into someone else's life that might increase or enhance your benefit packet,
Yes.
and then how that person
Mm.
pours into your life uh, might enhance or increase your benefit packet. And so, and then one of the things that Sandy and I talked about, she might want to elaborate on this, is how those benefit packets can be useful to other family members if you've passed on. And so,
So if you have a really, really good benefit packet, one of the perks for me, everyone's situation is different. I'll speak for myself. I have my benefit package set up to where if something goes wrong in my family, I have numerous sources that come to support me.
hmm,
So, whatever is going on is impacted to the people that care about me. And how I know that my benefit packet is set up amazingly is because of the response and the love and the support that is received from all of those. And so that lets me know that my benefit packet is
hmm,
a really good one.
hmm,
It could even mean that I have something that's impacting my life that has no direct impact on the people around me. For example, if there is someone that I know, that I may personally know, that none of my family and other friends may have a relationship with, let's just say a coworker, and they hear by way of me that we're raising funds for this coworker who's lost a loved one, because they care about me and they hear about my contribution and my ability to wanting to support this person, they just come alongside.
Mm-hmm.
They just genuinely, authentically offer to help. Now, they're
Mm-hmm.
not helping because they know the person. They're
Mm-hmm.
doing this because they know me.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're pouring into me. And
Mm-hmm.
that is a really good benefit packet when you know you have that type of support.
Yeah, I mean that is absolutely one way to kind of gauge how you're living. And I
Mhm.
think one of the things is, when we started talking about this, we were talking about, just how one lives and then how one dies, and then how you build that benefit
Right.
packet in the middle. So in the middle of that life and that death, there is relationships that you build, right? So it's gonna depend on you
Right.
on what kind of benefit package you build,
Right.
because what we do know is others will definitely benefit from your benefit packet if you
Absolutely.
live a certain way. And that
Absolutely.
comes from when you just said about pouring into other people.
And even the loved ones that we've lost, we want to mourn them. We want to celebrate them. We want to continue to make them proud of us. We show up and honor their memory. That's because they had a really good benefit packet.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've inherited, you know, just how they lived. We want to continue to celebrate them.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want that, and you wouldn't show that unless they left you with a really good packet.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, and we haven't discussed this, but I believe as we're talking about it, it's one of those packet, if you really want to honor them, you can take that packet and build on it
Mm-hmm.
and pass it down.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting passed around. Now,
Mm-hmm.
that's a beautiful thought,
Yeah.
to think that we're all here on this earth and we are sharing all this love and support for one another.
Mm-hmm.
But before we could do that, we have to pour into it.
Yeah. It's a scripture actually that says, consider others before you consider yourself.
Mm,
And so I used to have a hard time with that scripture, but the more I thought about it, if everyone was considering me first before themselves, then I'd have more coming in than I would worry about going out. And so to me, it's just like amazing to think about. That is a
mhm.
commandment that I'd like to see me do a lot better, to consider somebody else first. However, I know that I have always reaped the benefits of, my family members who have went on or passed on. I've reaped the benefits that
Mhm.
their coworkers, their friends, their relationships have came to see about me, came to take care of me, came to,
Mhm.
just I collected on their benefit packet.
Absolutely.
And
And when you see what that looks like in real time,
mm-hmm.
when you are mindful, and sometimes in the midst of losing someone, there's so much going on, there's so much pain and grief, and you can't really focus on anything. But as time passes and you start to reflect and play the tape back, and you think,
Yeah,
we really had some people show up for this person.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that can only be the result of them having a really good package.
yeah,
But you can take that because they left you with,
yeah,
and you can build upon it and
yeah,
you can share it. And going back to what you said, if we all thought of others before ourselves, as if each one of us took that mindset,
mm-hmm.
what a world this would be, right?
What a world this would be. And we definitely want to offer, just some hope in where you go next,
Mm-hmm.
and how you start to do inventory on your benefit packet. Because we do know that when you're going through grief, especially on the onset, your life, your thoughts, they just seem disorganized.
Mm-hmm.
And so every now and then we got to do inventory. And what we want to do is prioritize those things that are important, So those relationships that are important, that are useful, but we have to know what's in the benefit package,
Right.
what's useful, what relationship is useful in this particular moment, so that in addition to being hurt for being feeling hopeless while we lost someone, we don't have all the chaos that comes with, oh wait, I called Sandy to vent, and Sandy decided that she was going to instruct me, and that is my biggest turnoff. And I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. They can suggest, they can offer some information, but if she just all of a sudden directed me or instructed me, then it might be a turnoff. So know kind of what kind of relationships you're
Right.
in.
It's important.
Know who's in there, and organize them, just so that you're gonna have nights when it's just hard, or days or events that trigger you as a result of grief. And so you want to know who in this moment is the perfect person for this situation.
Right.
And so, how do you do that? Take the inventory.
Take the inventory. And by doing inventory, like any inventory, sometimes you will find that you are running low on something, so you have to replenish. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you find that you have too much of something, so that needs to go elsewhere. And sometimes you find out you don't have what you need at all. And
Hmm.
so then the real work begins, right?
Yeah, right. And we just definitely, again, came to you with the conversation that we had. We go through many conversations, but it's important that you pay attention to those relationships, pay attention to how you're living, and so that you create just what
Mhm.
Sandy has said, just this benefit package that you know
Right.
is going to not just benefit your life, it's going to benefit the lives of others even after you pass on.
Right.
Somebody's going to come to your family members, to your children, to your spouse's rescue.
Right.
They will be there for them because of how you lived. And we hope that you're experiencing that, friend, that somebody is coming to your rescue in this
Hmm.
time of need. And if not, because there is another piece to this, and we might have to do a segment, we know we will. And that's
Yes.
the other side of this, that expectation and the rejection that might come with the experience of a loss, that somebody may not have anything to good to say about that person that has passed on. And so we definitely don't want that to be your experience once, or
Right.
your family's experience once you pass on.
Right. And so using the word benefit packet is intentional. And the reason why we chose to use the word benefit, because we understand the importance of it. It's a buzzword. It's a word that you will remember
Hmm.
once you've heard it, and once you understand it, you'll be mindful. And that's exactly what this is intended to do, is to make you mindful of something that's very, very important. And
Hmm.
so please, um, build on what we've said. Talk to your family, your friends, share what they think about, ask them, what's your benefit packet, outside of work? What are you building as you think about how I want to leave my legacy? How
Hmm.
do I want to leave my name? How do I want to be remembered? These are all things that you're creating each day that we're here. We're creating, our relationships, we're creating our legacy.
Yeah.
And if we're not mindful of how that looks, or how that's going to be left, then the inventory won't be good.
Mm.
The inventory won't
Definitely
be good.
not. Definitely not.
And we will share, and we will have a part two to this, to talk about that flip side of
Hmm.
not doing inventory, ignoring your benefit package, not being mindful what's in it, and how that can impact who you are today and how you will be remembered tomorrow.
Yeah. So invest in it. Invest in your benefit
Invest.
package, and we definitely will be seeing you again.
Yes, it's been a little while since we've been on here, but we're back, and we're happy to be back. And
Yes.
please don't forget to share this video if you thought it was helpful, and have that conversation with your family, friends, loved ones, and let's hear what they think about all of this. Please don't forget to comment and like the video. And if you would like to reach out to us, please leave us a message. We'd love to be in contact with you. And one last thing, remember, don't forget to visit your lighthouse.
It definitely will help you find your way out of the darkness.
Until next time.
Bye, friends.
Bye.